picked up my first felony at the age of 12 for destruction of public property by means of explosive. My name's Robert Bunch. I was raised both in Louisiana and Wisconsin. My parents split up when I was like a year old, and I've kind of bounced back and forth between Wisconsin and Louisiana my whole life. We had a camp down in Cocodrie, Louisiana, and my first time out in the Gulf. Once I got on the Gulf of Mexico in the boats, I knew I was home. I loved the water. My grandfather gave me my first handgun, and by the time I was 12, there wasn't an adult that could outshoot me. It seemed like I kept my fingers into all the wrong things. It was almost like I didn't have to look for trouble, it just found me. I always liked to do things that kind of gave you the adrenaline rush. You know, if you knew you was doing something and you was going to get in trouble for it, there was always that little adrenaline rush that went with it. It was the excitement. I craved excitement. As a youngster of, say, between 12 and 14, I don't think I really cared. I was just living for the moment. You know, I wasn't really planning ahead or looking behind. I was just going day by day and what was exciting at the time. I think the worst thing I did was when I was 12, I set a pipe bomb in an upper elementary school I was in. It was a fake bomb, okay? It wasn't designed to explode. It was designed just to spook them. I did catch my first felony from it, and I did 9 months of reform school behind it. And I think they would have been better off if they kept me at the house. Because when I went to reform school was just that, school. I learned all the dirty tricks of reform school. It was like the college for the bad kids. Actually, I didn't want to leave. When it was time for them to send me home, I didn't want to go. I wanted to stay there. I was actually having more fun in reform school than I would have been at the house. I adapted to prison life. I got into my artwork, and I stayed high in prison when I first went to prison. The whole 8 years I was in Angola, I stayed loaded. First time I did heroin was in Angola. I think I really hit bottom years after I was in prison. It took me a long time to realize my worst enemy was the guy I was looking at in the mirror. I found God in an isolation cell. It just happened I went in one and there was a Bible there and there wasn't nothing else to do, so I picked it up and started reading it. I've accepted Jesus Christ as my Savior, and I'm trying to do everything the right way now. Having God in your life, it's a whole different world. I mean, like, I have no urge for drugs, alcohol. I don't have any what you call compulsions anymore. I see this mission as something that is here for all the right reasons. I wasn't here 2 days before I realized I was in the right place. I was in where I needed to be. Since I've been here, I've took a whole different look at life. I think God's on my side because so much has happened to change everything about me lately. I mean, I'm happy as can be. I'm content. I don't want for nothing now. This is the first time in my life I actually feel good about myself. And when I see the people that come in and out of the mission, my life really don't look that bad. You know, I spent a lot of time feeling sorry for myself. But when I see the pain on some of these people's faces, I actually feel fortunate for what I've got. My name is Robert, and I am a disciple.